This is Tambalala Market Shelter, built to support trading activities in the center of Old Gym compound in Chipata. But instead of functioning as a commercial hub, parts of the surrounding structures are now being used as homes. Several small units, originally constructed as shops by plot owners who purchased space from the council, are being rented out as living quarters. Residents say the area lacks adequate sanitation. Most households depend on shallow wells for drinking water, most of which are located close to pit latrines. With very few toilets available, some residents pay to use nearby facilities, which are not in good condition as well. Others say they resort to using unsafe alternatives. Sikomo. Muri bwanje? Muri bwanje amani? Sikomo, sikomo. Valiko? Na bwera na imwe kwa maka? I spoke to residents who did not want to be mentioned for fear of victimization, who narrate the ordeal here.
Kuna matoilets kulibe, manzi kulibe. So
people are defecating in plastic bags and then throwing them close to our neighbors' well because we don't have toilets. We also don't have water. I personally had a toilet that my landlord provided, but it collapsed.
Oh, toilet yanga ine ni balandud wanga toilet wenze nayo nashita kugwa na mvula.
Prolomba pamene yafika market ija ndiye khala toilet tikambopita kukaona ise kuja ni pali ponse.
The lack of toilets is forcing some people to be helping themselves in the same shelter now. This compound has no water too. We have to ask from those that have shallow wells. Sometimes they give us, sometimes they don't. Adding to the concern is the proximity of some of the toilets to Lunkwakwa stream, a water source that feeds into Gonda Dam, which supplies water to Gonda Barracks. So right now I'm standing at the closest toilet to the stream, and from here I should be able to count steps. Let me count from here to the stream itself how many steps it will take for a person who is 1.7 feet. Okay, so that was 14 steps. Ruth Lungu is one of the residents that have to pay to use the toilet.
We use the Runkwakwa stream to answer calls of need. We sometimes pay 25 kwacha per month to use the public toilet. Secondly, we don't have tap water, so we use people's wells, and we're not even sure if they treat the water.
And then toilet ikine kujanira de kala kumweona kachabe tulipira 25 kwacha. Mama sema kwanisha kutulula molone wamene upesa nikayamba ni 1 week.
A public health specialist who did not want to be mentioned because of the position in the government warns that poor sanitation near water sources increase risk of contamination, especially where shallow wells are used for drinking water. We have used an artist to narrate our explanation.
The situation you're telling me is very worrying. When people are living in structures that were not designed for residential purposes and without proper sanitation facilities, the risk of disease transmission increases significantly. The use of shallow wells for drinking water in an area where there are pit latrines nearby is particularly dangerous. During the rain season, contaminated water from the latrines can easily seep into the ground and, mix with the water in these wells. When people then use that water for drinking, cooking, or washing utensils, they unknowingly expose themselves to harmful bacteria. Diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, and typhoid are commonly linked to poor sanitation and unsafe water sources. In crowded settings like this one, where many households share very limited facilities, these diseases can spread very quickly within a short period of time. Another serious concern is the reported practice of using plastic bags or other unsafe alternatives for human waste disposal due to the shortage of toilets. This practice creates a major environmental and health hazard. The proximity of some of the sanitation facilities to a stream that feeds into Gonda Dam is also alarming. If waste or contaminated runoff enters the stream, it could potentially affect water quality downstream, putting even more people at risk.
We sought a response from the Chipata City Council, and in June of 2025, the Breeze FM investigative team took Chipata City Council Public Relations Officer Edi Ngoma, together with Pule Chireshe, then Acting Director of Public Health, who at the time could not provide a response. Acting Town Clerk Muyunda Muyambango, speaking through Chipata City Council Assistant Public Relations Officer Grace Lungu, explains why the shelter has not yet been officially opened and why some shop structures are currently being occupied.
The slots at the market were allocated to successful applicants for the construction of shops for trading purposes only. The market has not yet been fully operationalized due to absence of an ablution block. However, there is an allocation for the council to commence construction of an ablution block. The council will soon engage shop owners to address the issue of unauthorized use of these shops as sleeping quarters and demand the way forward, which may include repossession of affected shops where necessary.
For now, families continue to live in conditions they say are unsafe. Reporting for Breeze FM, I'm Vincent Piri in Chipata.